Hello everyone. Welcome to this channel Jikook universe. In this video we will discuss something interesting and definitely a shame to miss. Come on, watch until the end. Seoul, the city that never sleeps and always pulsates with the rhythm of the entertainment industry, was once again shaken by an unexpected event that combined absurdity, wonder, and a hint of disbelief. That night, the KSPO Dome was filled with a sea of lights and cheers as TWICE held their grand concert. But it wasn't just the stage that captured the public's attention. Instead, from the VIP audience, a unique moment emerged, so bizarre and captivating that it instantly became the center of online attention. Amidst thousands of pairs of eyes focused on the TWICE members' stunning performance, a sudden wave of attention turned to one common point: the front row, where two men who looked remarkably identical sat just a few meters from the stage. One of them was instantly recognizable to fans: Jungkook, the lead vocalist, golden maknae, and global icon of BTS. But what almost made the audience forget to breathe was the fact that the man beside him, standing, laughing, and looking relaxed, had nearly the same face, hairstyle, and even body language. It was as if the world were playing a trick on the human eye. And there he was, Jimin, sitting in the VIP row, appearing calm as usual, wearing a mask and hat. But his expression couldn't lie. In the 14-second video that has now gone viral across social media, Jimin's expression captures the moment with an innocent and amusing honesty. His eyes widened, his face tensed, then with a slight shudder he turned to Jungkook, who was sitting beside him, before returning to the mysterious figure with disbelief. A small smile appeared at the corner of his lips, then he quickly covered his mouth with his hand, laughing in pure astonishment. As if he himself wasn't sure what he was seeing. Fans on social media immediately coined a name for the moment: Jimin saw two Jungkooks. A simple incident that turned into a wave of mass entertainment. Memes emerged and hilarious comments abounded. "The multiverse is officially open," wrote one fan. Another quipped, "If there was another one, Jimin would have logged out of reality." Most speculated that Jimin had believed he was experiencing a visual effect or had entered a parallel world. But who exactly was the mysterious man causing this hilarious chaos? It wasn't long before his identity was revealed. He was a popular cosplayer known as a Jake Mirror. As the name suggests, he was known for his uncanny resemblance to Jungkook, even making the rounds in Korean media. But no one expected him to be at a TWICE concert at the exact same time and place, just steps away from the real Jungkook. Even crazier, Jimin witnessed it firsthand. The world doesn't need a science fiction script when real life already presents such a bizarre and iconic event. The small interaction continued. In a moment that was barely captured, Jimin was seen gently patting Jungkook's arm, then pointing at his twin with a soft laugh. His gesture seemed to say, "See that? He really does look like you." Jungkook himself only smiled slightly, as if accustomed to the strange things that happen in his life as a superstar. But for Jimin, the reaction was entirely authentic. A look of astonishment that made his millions of fans feel even closer to him. This reaction, so genuine, spontaneous, and full of childlike curiosity, is precisely the essence of why Jikook, the nickname for the duo Jimin and Jungkook, is so beloved. The moment wasn't just about the appearance of a cosplayer. It was about how two best friends in real life experienced something unusual together, and how they laughed about it like two children discovering a surprise behind the curtain of a harsh world. Fans began to wonder, did Jimin and Jungkook come together? Although there has been no official statement from their agencies, many believe they did. The two are known to share a passion for girl groups, especially TWICE. Jungkook has openly stated that he loves TWICE's work, while Jimin has also expressed his admiration for the dedication and professionalism of female idols. However, no one expected that a night that started out as a place to enjoy music would turn into a stage of commotion due to the appearance of a fake Jungkook. The incident seemed to emphasize the powerful appeal of a Korean idol. Imagine someone could actually have a career just because they look so much like Jungkook. And more than that, how a small miracle like this could unite thousands of people in shared laughter and surprise. On TikTok, a clip of Jimin seeing the two Jungkooks racked up over 12 million views in less than 24 hours. The fandom community quickly mobilized, creating fan art, video edits, and even fictional stories depicting Jimin trapped in a time warp or facing cloned versions of his best friends. Some portrayed Jimin as a secret agent who must choose who the real Jungkook is, and others as a comedy character confused in a maze of reality. HYBE, as usual, has yet to comment. And perhaps they don't need to, because fans have created their own stories, with love, laughter, and a bit of absurdity that makes the K-pop world feel more alive. That night, the spotlight wasn't just on Twice. It was on the two Jungkooks, one real, the other a phantom. And of course on Jimin, who with one innocent expression, managed to steal the world's heart. He didn't hide his surprise. He didn't try to maintain a cool image. He was simply himself. Someone who can laugh when the world presents things that don't make sense. And perhaps that's why this moment resonates so deeply. Because in a world full of fakery and overly regimented stages, Jimin's laughter felt like a breath of fresh air. A reminder that even stars can sometimes be surprised by the little surprises the universe has written. Unscripted, unplanned. One night, two Jungkooks, one laughing Jimin. A moment that will be remembered as one of the funniest, most genuine, and most Jikook-like moments in K-pop history. For many, an incident like this might just be dismissed as a passing, humorous moment. But for fans who have followed Jimin and Jungkook's journey over the years, from their trainee days through their debut, to the peak of their fame as part of BTS, this incident is much more than a joke. It's a small slice of real life that shows how their relationship remains simple and pure, even amidst the hustle and bustle of the global spotlight. Jimin, with the emotional sensitivity that has always made him stand out among the BTS members, showed a side of himself rarely seen off stage. He wasn't performing. He wasn't being interviewed. He was simply Jimin sitting next to his best friend, and then uncontrollably laughing as the reality before him felt like a scene from a farcical movie. There were no professional cameras, no script, no stage set, just a genuine expression captured and directly reaching the audience's hearts. Jungkook himself, though seemingly calm, seemed to realize that something was happening. He caught Jimin's gaze and returned it with a smile that was not too wide but full of meaning, like someone who knows exactly what his friend is experiencing. No words were heard, only body language spoke, and in that body language Jikook's closeness was palpable. The fan camera recording the moment also captured the moment when Jimin leaned slightly toward Jungkook. It was a small gesture but one that carried a lot of meaning. As if he needed reassurance. "You saw that too, right?" And from there, a wave of emotional connection was born that couldn't be faked. Because only someone truly close can read someone's expression so quickly and respond without words. It's no wonder Jikook's fans immediately immortalized this moment as their latest canon moment. Many wrote on platforms like Twitter, X, "They don't need to touch to shake the world. Jimin's gaze and laughter are enough to create a storm." Another added, "Jikook isn't just a ship, it's a legacy." And tonight, they added another chapter to a story we'll cherish forever. Interestingly, this incident also reopened the discussion about how the Korean entertainment world, often criticized as too sterile and overly image-filled, can still present honest and human moments. Unintentionally, Jimin showed a side of an idol free from the constraints of formality. He wasn't a superstar in that moment. He was just a friend who was amused by something utterly ridiculous. This incident also sparked a kind of introspection among fans. They realized that no matter how much Jungkook was seen on screen, photographed, or imitated, nothing could replicate the authenticity of his relationship with Jimin. Even a fake Jungkook, while visually similar, couldn't replace the real one. Someone who knew how to make Jimin laugh without saying a word. From this, we can also see how modern fandom isn't just watching but actively participating. They recreate this moment in animations, photo edits, and even fanfiction narratives that expand the story into various versions. From Jimin playing a detective hunting down a clone of Jungkook, to a science fiction tale about a parallel universe where each BTS member has a double. And it all started with one honest, confused expression. For a world increasingly accustomed to manufactured drama, there's something incredibly refreshing about an incident like this. Something that feels incredibly real. Something that reminds us that beneath the global star image there's still a human side. And in Jimin's case, that side is not only alive but utterly captivating. And as for Jimin himself, who knows? Maybe that night will become one of his favorite stories in the future. Maybe he'll talk about it on a live broadcast someday, laughing at how shocking and hilarious it was. Or maybe, like most of us, he'll just file it away as a strange, inexplicable memory that always manages to bring a smile back. In the meantime, fans will live on in the memory of the night a man named Jimin saw two versions of his best friend in the same place. The night a small laugh became a full-blown storm. And the night the world for a moment forgot all about the mess and focused on just one thing. A strangeness too funny to ignore. Because in the world of K-pop, full of glitz and perfection, sometimes what's most memorable isn't the grandiose moments on stage, but the simple things in the audience. Like Jimin's laughter. Like the two Jungkooks. Like that night, which has now become a part of history. Thank you for accompanying the sweet story of Jimin and Jungkook today. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss their next special moment. See you in the next video, Jikookers.